part 2 video of the features and functions of the Brother Innov NV1300. In addition to the parts that I mentioned in the first video, part 1, it has the hand wheel on the side. It also has 2 LED lights, one here and one here. If I did mention it before, the machine has 182 or 184 stitches, as well as 5 different styles of font: Gothic, handwriting, outline, Cyrillic and Japanese. Okay, we got onto the control panel now. This is the LCD display screen where all the information is shown. When you switch on the machine each time, this icon will come up. This relates to the keypad here. This is the preset stitches that you can use as soon as you switch on the machine. These are single digit numbers, so you can just press 1 and it will bring you to any of these stitches that you see here, from 1 through to 0, 9 and then 0. You've got straight stitches, zigzag, there's overlocking stitch in there as well. Now this button here is your preset stitches. If you're in one of the other modes, then you can press that button and it will bring you back to this screen. But how it is there now, if you press that button, it will bring you to the save stitches. I've got 3 save stitches in there at the moment. I've just been messing about with those. And when you press that button again, it'll bring you back to the default screen. Now you've got the next button under here is your utility stitches. When you press that, it gives you a wider range of utility stitches that you can choose from, between 1 and 99. These are the stitches you can choose from when you press that utility stitch button. This button here is your decorative stitch button. You have 3 different sections within this stitch. So if you press it once, you'll get number 1. You'll press it twice, you get number 2. And when you press it 3rd time, you get number 3. When you press that button, it corresponds with these stitches up here. So when you press decorative stitch when you press it once, you get these stitches in here. When you press it twice, when number 2 comes up, you get to choose from these stitches. When you press it again and number 3 comes up, you get to choose from all these stitches. This button here is for the fonts. So when you press it once, you get Gothic handwriting. When you press it again, you get this fancy handwriting. When you press it a 3rd time, you get the outline type of handwriting. This is the Cyrillic and this is the Japanese. All the letters of the alphabet have a corresponding number, so that when you select that number, you will get the letter. The letter or the number or the other fancy characters that come in it. When you select a stitch, they each come with a shaded box these shaded numbers are the preset settings for the stitch. So if you press, for example, let's say stitch width, we'll make it, you change the settings for the width, you change the settings for the length, that shaded box is going to go off. This is the width, your length and your tension. If you wanted to go back to those settings, you could either manually go back until the shaded box comes up, or you could just press this reset button here and it brings it back to what it should be. This is the back button, so when you do something and you want to go back a step, you can press that button and it goes back. This is the OK button. You've done something, you OK it. This button here is when you're saving something. So if you've made a certain type of setting and you want to save it, you press that and it will save it. This is the button that will reset the preset settings. So like I just done before, you do whatever and you press that and it will bring it back to what it should be. This button here is your lock button. It will lock the machine. In order to lock the machine, the presser foot has to be down. So say, for example, just say I wanted to press that now. It's telling me I need to lower the presser foot lever. So now I've lowered the presser foot lever and I press that and the machine is locked. So nothing can be done. You can't press start or anything. You can't do anything. So you can go off, answer the phone, go to the loo, or go off and do something. And this is good if you've got little ones that's running around, because they won't be able to press anything unless their finger presses there, in which case it will unlock everything. But for what it is a good feature. This button here is your saved. It's also a saved. It goes to the saved section. Whereas this one will go to the stitches that you have saved. This will go to the stitches that you have saved, and also to all the empty slots. So you can see all these are empty. And there's you've got 5 pages within this saved area here. This is for my custom stitch as well. You've got 5 pages. On each page you have 3. You have three of these. 3 of these. Actually, while I'm here, let me go into this. No, I'll come back to that. I'll come back to that. Yeah, so let's go back and come out of that. Okay, before I continue, no, in fact, forget that. Let me carry on. Okay, let's go up here. This is your settings button. Sorry, the camera's moving all over the place. This is your settings button. When you press that, that brings you into your settings. In the settings, you've got 8 pages. These 2 buttons here will let you change page by page. So you press and you will go to the 2nd page, press it again, 3rd page, 4th page, 5th page, 6, 7, 8, and then it will go back to page 1. When you use these buttons here, they will let you go item by item. So you can go each individual thing all the way through the pages. See, the pages are changing as well. One by one, where these buttons bring you page by page. Again, this button here is your mirror stitch button. So for example, let's go into Decorative 3 and press number 7. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. No, I meant to do, no. Number 2 is what I wanted. Yeah, number 2, decorative stitch section number 2, and we go into number 7. Okay, so just say for example we want to mirror that. So watch that carefully. When I press mirror, it's going to flip it the other way. So then it will stitch the other way. Then you press that again and the mirrored comes off. Okay, this button here is your single or continuous stitch. So this represents this on the screen here. So like how it's got 2 there, it's going to be continuous stitching, just continuous. But if you press it and you have 1 heart on there, it's going to do 1 stitch, one pattern. And once again, you go and mirror that, it flips it the other way. And then this one, this button here, is when you do a combination of different stitches and you press that, it brings it back to the beginning. It brings it back to the beginning of the combination. Okay. One thing I forgot to say, when you're in the settings, oh no, I said that in the other video, I forget that. I was going to say about the needle down. When you go into the settings, you can go in there and you can change needle down to needle up. Needle down. Where is it? Oh, there we go. So that's needle down at the moment. If I press this button here, it's going to be needle up, but I don't want needle up or needle down. Okay. Also, in your settings, you can change the size of the font. But you have to actually first select a pattern or a letter. And then once you've selected a pattern or a letter, you come here and then, oh yeah, I've got something selected, that's why. Okay. Then you can change it. It's now on small, large. Leave it on small and let's come out so you can see it's gone smaller. And if I select it again, it's going to continue to stay small until I change it back, or until I come out of it. It will go back to large. These 2 here are your automatic reverse and automatic thread cutting. If you press automatic reverse, it will automatically reverse at the start. And some of the stitches, when you select them, it comes on. So that means it will automatically reverse at the beginning. And the same with the thread cutter. You put that, you switch that on, then reverse comes on anyway. And you can switch that off. So you can use it on or off, depends. I think I've explained everything on the control panel. Sorry about the shaking the shaking camera. I'm trying to hold it in my hand, so it's a bit wonky. I think I've gone through. I think I'm just looking. Yeah, I think I've gone through everything on here. Yeah, I think that's it. I will be doing one more video just showing some of the stitches that's in the selection. Thank you.